Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration?
Anything for my princess.
I am serious, and don't call me Shirley.
Beautiful. Guys, how you doing? This is Isaac Anderson. Welcome to Big Bang Cinema. This is
Tyler.
Tyler.
Oh.
Oh, you missed it. But guys, thank you so much for tuning in. This is a movie show where we talk about movie news, movie reviews, and everything in between.
It's like a big ice cream sandwich of movies.
But it's not going to give you diabetes yet.
Well, you get sugar-free. They don't got diabetes, but it just don't taste good.
That didn't have anything to do with it.
Right.
But guys, on this side of the camera, we got the man with the two occupations that's back after a 2-week hiatus, Hunter Baker.
Hiatus.
Do you know
like
that my
word.
grandma went to the doctor completely healthy and came out with diabetes one time?
That's
Really?
Unfortunate. How did that happen?
Toilet seat, man.
She didn't have it beforehand, came out with diabetes.
Really?
Yeah. It's a really sad moment.
Did you kiss Wilford Brimley? What happened? Oh my goodness.
Oh, man.
Apparently it was her diet.
Remember Wilford Brimley? He's still alive.
No, he didn't have diabetes. He had diabetes.
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 And on this side of the camera, we have Mr. Christopher Darkins, the co-host from last week's show. How you doing, brother?
He does not have diabetes.
Do you have diabetes?
No.
No.
I think you're being a little bit diaphobic right now.
No, he just doesn't have it.
Hey, Chris, it's okay to have diabetes. Everybody has diabetes once in their life.
I don't have it.
Is that a Scientology thing?
That's also not how that works.
Yeah, once you get diabetes one time, you can't
Did you know
get it
women
again.
can develop diabetes during pregnancy?
No
Really?
way.
Yeah.
Did you know that if you get diabetes one time, you can't catch it again?
Well, speaking about diabetes,
Yeah.
DC comic movies
It's like head lice.
just released this. Well,
And the common cold.
oh man. Well, anyway, DC is putting out a new movie called Shazam, and Zachary Levi has found
hold on.
photos.
Is he playing the genie in it?
No, he's not playing Shaquille O'Neal's Shazam. He's playing this Shazam.
Hey, dude, Shazam, can you dig it?
But Zachary Levi, we got a few photos of him in the Shazam costume, and he took a picture right next to a poster that actually came out about it. So, yeah, what do you think about this, Tyler?
I see, let me tell the future. I see 59%.
59% Rotten Tomatoes?
Yeah.
Well, what do you think about the costume?
I'm hoping they're going to CGI it or do something on top of that, because honestly, it looked like he just come from the Power Ranger store.
It looks mighty silly.
Yeah.
I have to say, it looks really silly. I was looking at this, and Drew, our executive producer, was like, "Is that a joke? Like, this looks like a Wayans Brothers movie or something like that?"
It looks like Meteor Man. I'm not lying. It looks like Meteor Man.
Yeah. Well,
Do anybody remember Meteor Man?
I don't remember Meteor Man. But,
Of course, no one else really does.
but as far as this, I mean, I can't even imagine this being in the same franchise as Man of Steel.
I can't. I'm having a hard time seeing that.
With, like
too.
the muted colors.
Watch this be dark and gritty.
I seriously doubt that.
Yeah.
I mean, they're going to cop Marvel movies out so hard with these. I mean, they're going to try to make those kinds of movies, for sure.
You think it's going to try to be their Guardians of the Galaxy movie?
I think that might be reserved for something else. That's like Suicide Squad tried to be that, and it failed. This one, I don't know.
It might be their Thor Ragnarok.
I hope, I mean, I like the fact that, you know, they try to do something different. I hate what they do, but like, you know, they at least some of the time they try to do different things than Marvel, and you know, granted it didn't work, but I don't want to see just another, you know, Marvel movie from another studio. That's just not fun. Because
it's yawn-tastic if I'm seeing the same thing over again.
That's something that's really interesting to me about 20th Century Fox. They have hits and misses. You know, we reviewed Deadpool Friday tomorrow at 9. You can watch that review. But 20th Century Fox is not afraid to kind of go out of that comfort zone and try all these different kinds of films with all these different kinds of tones and everything. You know,
Planet of the Apes.
Well, as far as superhero movies go.
Oh, superhero movies go.
They have things like, you know, Logan, and then they also have things like X-Men Origins Wolverine. Like, how in the world are they in the same franchise together?
Or Apocalypse.
Oh, yeah, Apocalypse. They got the schlocky elements of that, and then they have, like, Deadpool. They always try to do these different things, and sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. Yeah. But at least they're trying, you know.
Guys,
with this.
we have other topics to cover.
Yeah.
You can't sit on this for 10 minutes.
I know. I'm not going to. I was about to end. Hunter,
what
do
it
you have
felt
anything to say?
About what?
That's a no. Guys, speaking about
Good
Warner
man.
Brothers.
Good man.
Speaking about Warner Brothers, the Mowgli trailer, which is the Hardcore Jungle Book reboot, has been released. Tyler and I watched this a little bit earlier. Tyler, what do you think about this, man?
I was like, they put India in a really happy light, so I'm really looking forward to it. It doesn't look as dark and scary as it looked like before.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. Semi-racism from Tyler.
No, it's not. I mean, honestly, it's a scary place, and it gets a little less scary with this movie.
A little less scary with this movie.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm looking for the book was dark and gritty. They're gonna make it's supposed to be exactly like the book, so they're not gonna walk around singing happy Disney songs in this.
See, I actually didn't know that. Like, I only knew about like the movie, The Jungle Book, with the bare necessities and all that, and the Jon Favreau reboot that recently happened, which I enjoyed, by the way. But I mean, apparently, what happens in the book?
Murders.
Be more specific. What's the plot of the book?
Mowgli kills the villagers by causing a elephant stampede and murdering all of them, realizing that he'll never be a human, they'll never accept him as a human. So he'll rather live as an animal. So for revenge, he slaughters a village, and he goes off and lives in the jungle as an animal. I
mean, to me, I call that a Thursday night.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah.
It's not a typical Thursday night because he didn't get like turned down from a woman, so
that's true.
Yeah,
I was wrong. I'm sorry, guys. Gave you some false information there. I really do apologize. But Andy Serkis, Gollum himself, is in this movie, and he also directed this movie. It makes it really, really interesting to me to see him do that because I don't think he's ever directed like anything before. He's directed like second unit stuff on The Hobbit, which that turned out well. But as far as this goes, I'm really excited to see what he's got. You know, we've never seen the Jungle Book in this kind of light before. I didn't even know it existed like this. So
yeah, it was a book. It was a book before it was a movie.
Hunter, do you have any opinions on trying to see this Hardcore Jungle Book reboot?
I'm curious.
Gratuitous violence.
I mean, I'm interested in exactly what they're going to do with it.
Do you think Andy Serkis is going to...
I don't know who Andy Serkis is, but what I do know is this is either going to be decent or awful. It's not going to be a middle of the road.
It's not going to be... You're either going to... It's like the Man of Steel of Jungle Book movies?
Well, no, it's going to happen. Because you're going to have people going with like expectations from like knowing the older Jungle Book movie. You know, people who've read the literature, people who are really into the original story. And there's just going to be that clash in between. Yeah.
And you can't really judge if something's going to be good or not from the trailer or before you've seen it or anything. I'm just really curious to see how it's going to go. I mean,
you're going to have fans going there that were fans of the book and when it was published right after, they Civil War was bad, and then the book came out, and they loved the book, so they're like, I read this book when I was a kid, and they're going to come and like see it because it was such an awful time in America. So all these books kind of brought happiness from around the world and showed us like glimpses of the outside world after the Great War.
That sounds really interesting to me. Yeah. Chris, you got anything to say about this?
No, particularly.
Okay.
You heard of the Jungle Book?
I've heard of the Jungle Book.
You ever seen any incarnation in the Jungle Book?
Nope.
He's a millennial. He's not like living under a rock right now, man. He knows what the Jungle Book is, right?
Yes, I know.
I had to make sure.
Come on.
I had to make sure.
I know what the Jungle Book is. I've just never seen it.
Okay. That's all I wanted to know. I just want to make sure. Jeez. We love you, buddy. But
no, it's not about the board game. That's Jumanji. You know that, right? Just make sure.
Yes, I know that.
All right. Okay.
Oh, Tyler, you're messing with that boy too much.
No, I'm not.
Speaking about messing with that boy too much.
Spider-Man cast 2, hold on. Spider-Man 2 cast Jake Gyllenhaal.
Well, I was going to say Harvey Weinstein, but
what?
I was going to...
Oh, no, let's not go there.
I mean, because he touched a lot of our hearts with the movies he made. But, yeah, we're going to go with that. But, yeah, well, Jake Gyllenhaal got cast in Spider-Man 2.
At least you got touched somewhere.
Well, that was inappropriate.
In your heart. In your heart.
So, Spider-Man Homecoming is getting a sequel, and apparently Jake Gyllenhaal is going to be playing Mysterio.
What?
Is Mysterion or Mysterio?
Mysterion's on South Park.
Oh, I knew it was from somewhere.
Mysterio.
He's going to be playing Mysterio. So, Tyler, you got any strong opinions on this?
Are you curious about who Mysterio is?
Who is Mysterio?
Mysterio is a Marvel villain. He was back before he became a villain. He was a special effects specialist for movies, and he had like a lot of illusionist tricks. So he would use the movie prop special effects to create illusion than Rob Banks.
Sounds sexy.
Yeah, I mean, he's not like a major villain. He's just kind of somebody pops up and gets beat up in 5 minutes, and then they maybe have like a long plot line where they're working with somebody else. But I really don't see him being like a main villain.
Yeah, from the only place I know him from, and it's probably not the greatest place to know him
Spider-Man 2, the game.
from. Yep, Spider-Man 2, the game.
Yeah.
Is when you punch him one time and he dies, or like the boss battle's over. Yeah. He's more of a mind game kind of guy. He's not a physical beater-upper. Yeah, I'm excited to see Jake Gyllenhaal. I love his acting style. Like seeing him in stuff like like
The Prince of Persia or
no. I was thinking more stuff like the Nightcrawler that he was in.
Bubble Boy.
No, I do like Bubble Boy.
Yeah.
Nightcrawler he was in recently. I can really see him playing some sort of crazy villain like that. Maybe not as extreme as he was in Nightcrawler, but just the way he transcended into that role and kind of had that kind of attitude about him that was just so closed off from everybody else. And the scene where he's looking in the mirror and he like punches the mirror and that kind of scene, I can see him definitely being this kind of character. And I'm really excited to see where they're going to go with this. I don't know if they're going to go exactly comic-wise or they're going to try to take it in a different direction where he actually is like the physical beater-upper, or he's going to be working under somebody else. I don't know.
Or it's a cameo.
I don't know. I feel like it's going to be more of a more than a cameo.
That is a very underwhelming villain.
Maybe they'll change it. But something that really does get me about this is that Jake Gyllenhaal was in the running to be Batman in Matt Reeves' Batman that he's currently working on, supposedly. Which I would have loved to see him as Batman, I have to say.
Yeah, because I mean, I'm not a big fan of Ben Affleck right now.
Well, I liked Ben Affleck, but Ben Affleck, if you've seen Justice League, this man is over this movie.
I mean, my review of Deadpool 2 was the kind of the same reaction his acting had for the whole movie.
Oh, just sadness?
Yeah, I mean, not from the audience, but actually emanating from himself.
Yeah.
Extreme lack of enthusiasm.
Yeah, but yeah, I think I would have really loved to see Jake Gyllenhaal's take on Bruce Wayne.
I like to see his take on Robin.
How
funny would it be to watch you play a 12-year-old kid, but it's like an adult Jake Gyllenhaal? How funny would that be? And they make it a straight-up comedy. That'd be hilarious.
I'm not feeling it.
You giggle and laugh.
I think he'd make a really nice Bruce Wayne.
Danny DeVito plays Beast Boy. Yeah, that'll get some Danny DeVito plays Beast Boy.
But
yeah.
But yeah, if Ben Affleck doesn't work out, like most figuratively and literally, I would love to see Jake Gyllenhaal as that, but at the very least, he's getting into a franchise that's actually working right now. So, yeah, we'll leave it at that. Do you guys have any opinions?
On Jake Gyllenhaal?
On Jake Gyllenhaal on Spider-Man 2.
I always like Mysterio.
You always like Mysterio? Would you rather have seen Jake Gyllenhaal take on Batman, or do you want to see him just
Mysterio could mean they're setting up for a Sinister Six plotline.
I think they might be. The Sony stuff really leads me to think they're going to. But, Chris?
Do you know who Jake Gyllenhaal is?
That's his generation, homie.
Just shut up.
No, if you look at me and say, shut up, no, I don't know who he is. Like, I'll be like, well, you
knows who he is.
You know who he is.
Yes, I know who he is.
All right, I'm just making sure.
Okay, what do you think about the topic, then?
Make sure you don't get mixed up with Maggie.
I mean, it's definitely going to be interesting. It makes me more excited to see the next Spider-Man movie.
Yeah.
And see what they're going to do with it.
How about, like, him as Batman? Would you rather have seen him that or him take on Mysterio like he's going to?
I mean,
or Robin.
I've seen bits and pieces of, like, Justice League and, like, a lot of scenes with Batman in it. And, I mean, I felt like it would have been more interesting to have plenty of other people as Batman.
Liam Neeson as Batman.
Well, I mean, it's kind of like Harrison Ford in Return of the Jedi where he's just over the role.
Yeah.
Like midway through the movie.
Liam Neeson is old Batman.
Liam Neeson is old Batman? That would be kind of neat.
Yeah.
Speaking about him, we're going to fly through this topic because we don't have too much more time.
Danny DeVito is Beast Boy.
No, well, Liam Neeson has joined the Men in Black reboot.
What? So he's finally going to be in a... He always told everybody, I'm never going to be in a comic book movie outside of Batman. And guess what? He's back in another one.
This is more graphic novel territory, right?
No, it's straight up Malibu Comics. No, Aircel Comics. It's a subsidy of Marvel.
Oh, my goodness. Well, first off, I don't want to see a Men in Black reboot. I really don't care about that.
I kind of do. I mean, it puts. I mean, it's about the only good thing that's ever come out of Canada.
That's not true.
Besides Deadpool.
Yeah, we got Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
But I don't know. So you want to see a reboot of Men in Black?
No, I say soft reboot to where it's more agents, not a straight up hardcore reboot. I want a soft reboot.
I imagine that's what they'll do. I imagine you'll see these two guys. Well, these two guys right there, and they'll be passing the baton on to the new crew, or you'll see like a picture of them on the wall, and they're like, "We got to go meet the old guys."
So my big question is like, I wonder how hard Will Smith begged and pleaded to have Jaden Smith be in this new movie.
Oh,
Yeah, how much?
is he even doing anything now?
No.
I don't think he's doing. I think he might. I don't think he's doing anything. I think he's just wearing weird clothes and posting weird things on Twitter.
Because the nepotism is strong in this one.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think Will Smith's done with this thing, but Hunter, what do you think?
I like Liam Neeson.
Are you interested in seeing a Men in Black reboot?
No.
No? That's what I thought.
What about MIB 23? Was 21 Jump Street teams up the MIB agents?
No.
I can't see that. I mean, the tones kind of work, but I just don't want to see it.
Yeah,
Chris, before we go, what you got on this?
I mean, I'm sort of the same way. It's like, I don't think I want to see a Men in Black reboot.
Ooh. I'm kind of the same way, and someone didn't turn their phone off. But I don't
No,
did you guys hear that?
Yeah.
I was? Oh, it's your pacemaker?
Yeah.
For his crippling diabetes.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
It doesn't mess with your heart.
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't. I don't know. Joke fell flat in his face.
That's not how
Hunter, are you
diabetes
okay?
work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Guys, thank you so much for watching so much. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, if you think someone has crippling diabetes on this panel, please leave a comment at facebook.com/studio67ncc.
Please don't say me.
If you want Tyler to turn his pacemaker off just for a minute, just to know what it feels like, leave a comment.
Have a heart attack.
Yeah, but guys, thank you so much for watching so far. When we come back, we're going to talk about movies that break the fourth wall. So stay with us.
Oh.
Enjoy a relaxing Thursday getaway to the luxurious Big Bang Cinema. Rejuvenate your soul with opinions served to you by the awkward lanky Isaac Anderson and the loudmouth teddy bear James Tyler T-Bone Keene. Movie news, movie reviews, and everything in between never soothe your soul quite like this show can. Enjoy.
Never mind.
I never been to the mall. Guys, thank you so much for watching. This is Big Bang Cinema.
lot of
I'm
people
Isaac
say that.
Anderson.
I'm
So much.
I'm here. I'm present.
Apparently, I said thank you guys for watching so much. Thank you so much for watching so much.
Yeah.
So
For watching so much
that's
of
a
our
thing
shows.
now.
Gritting your teeth and getting right through this and watching our shows.
But guys, sometimes we break walls down in our life, and sometimes they happen in movies.
Sometimes we build them.
Yeah, and that's very metaphorical for our life. But instead of getting into that heavy topic, we're going to talk about movies that talk to you as a personal audience member.
They break the fourth wall.
And that's known as
That's
the
not
fourth
the
wall.
What happens if you break the second wall?
That means you fall.
How about third wall? If you break the fifth wall, do you go back in time? I'm really confused right now.
The fourth wall is basically the television screen that you are breaking the wall to the television, basically, I think.
Breaking the television.
That's the wall.
That's
1, 2, 3, 4.
So it's breaking the TV screen. That's breaking the fourth wall.
Well, that's called chronic obesity, and
Well,
that's
actually,
not good.
my uncle, he likes to break the fourth wall when he gets drunk watching NASCAR.
Well, that's just unfortunate for you.
Yeah.
So, guys, we've each picked a movie, and Tyler, why don't you go ahead and begin? What's your movie?
My fourth wall breaking movie. Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Cool. Why do you think it's great breaking the fourth wall?
Because he breaks the fourth wall the entire movie. He's pretty much the narrator, and he just looks at you and assumes you're out there. I mean, it kind of feels like a typical narrated movie, and at the end, he's actually telling you to go home. The movie's over. Like that was just a classic scene. Just a classic scene right there. I think you've Deadpooled it in the first one. Fantastic movie. It's probably one of Matthew Broderick's 3 movies that are actually worth watching.
What are the other 2? You keep saying that.
Lion King and War Games.
War Games? I can see that. All right. Anything else to add on that?
Yeah, I do. I hope they don't reboot it.
It'll happen eventually. And it'll be Ferris Bueller. It'll be about, a girl Ferris Bueller, and she has dude friends. And it'll be something like that. But Chris, what is your movie that you have picked?
The movie that I have picked happens to be Spaceballs.
Spaceballs.
It's personally one of my favorite movies. And the fourth wall break that they do is great because at one point it's like I can't even remember their names, but essentially they're trying to find the protagonist, and so what they do is they go over to like the shelf of movies, and they pull out the Spaceballs movie.
Oh, Colonel Sanders and Dark Helmet.
Yeah, Colonel Sanders and Dark Helmet. I couldn't remember their names, but they put it in, and like Dark Helmet is so confused because it's like, wait, are they there now? Not now, but they'll be there then. Wait, then? Yes, then. But this is now.
They literally take out a VHS of the movie and pop it in.
Yeah, they put in a VHS of the movie, and at one point it just like shows them watching the screen. They look. It's like, wait, when is this? Now. But when are they going to be there? Then. But this is now. it's
How
great.
soon?
How soon? Soon.
That is a
How?
great scene.
Yeah.
And I got a Mel Brooks movie too. I'll share in a little bit. But
yeah, it's great.
Hunter, what have you picked?
I picked a movie.
Be more specific, please.
I picked a specific movie.
Fight Club.
It's called The Truman Show.
Oh.
Yeah. Now, they don't have like an explicit wall break where they like address the audience or what have you, but I think that they do something a little bit more interesting in the fact that they pull back where that wall actually exists. So like constantly you see people that would be in your position in any kind of video entertainment medium. So they pull back and show video of an audience which moves you an iteration further away from where Jim Carrey is. And that's just like wild to me to think about it. So like you're watching these people and they're like in little shut-in rooms. They're like in a bar, in a bathroom. They're at their little guard shack, and they're watching him. They're living vicariously through him, and then you're living vicariously through that audience who's living vicariously through Truman. It's like, are we doing this exact same thing? Are we not achieving? Are we not moving forward? And it's insane to have like a new perspective shifted even further back. Well, if these people are voyeuristic and watching him, what does that make us and watching even the audience? So it's just wild to me because it starts to spiral you down this little path of like, where am I as a viewer participating in the medium of video? And that's all I got to say about Truman.
And it makes you think, are there cameras watching you and your whole life is just a script?
I didn't unmute my
television
mic
show
the entire time there.
Oh, wow.
Fantastic.
So Hunter's been talking to nobody. Oh, he's talking to us, but like you guys didn't hear anything he said. It was just a faint thing. But it was amazing. Bravo. Let's give Hunter a hand. Yay. Let's clap for him like we saw the Millennium Falcon on screen in Han Solo, and we know what that is, and we're clapping. Okay, but it took a hot minute for Chris to join in. All right, anyway, lastly,
How come So Clap seems so sassy?
Nope.
Why is it the speed of a clap?
So Mel
says a
Brooks
lot
made a
about
movie
person?
called Blazing Saddles back in the 1970s.
Oh, hold on. So we're doing 2 Mel Brooks?
We're doing 2 Mel Brooks movies. Blazing Saddles is it's about a black sheriff who goes into a town that's pretty racist back in the Old West, and yeah, and then a Mel Brooks movie happens basically.
Yeah.
He has a really unique style of comedy that you brought up a little bit. It blends kind of like the gaggy, kind of like the silly stuff, but it also is it's really smart and intelligent the way it does the stupid gags. You know, like under the surface of like all the funny, silly, stupid stuff that happens in this movie, there actually is a really powerful message about racism and how stupid it is. You know, everyone hates this movie because they use a lot of racial slurs in it, but like that's kind of the whole point. You realize like you're making fun of the characters. It's not glorifying, racism. It's actually making fun of that kind of mentality and that kind of thing. But there's no other kind of other director or like writing style that I know of that literally just addressed the people at home from the screen with like not like in a voiceover or anything. Like the character on the screen turns to you and goes, "She's right," like say something like that. And I think that's really kind of clever. It really adds to the joke. So anything that's really kind of like you might think is a little bit off or wonky in the movie can always be kind of resolved by just them saying, "We know it's weird. It's working though," and a lot of people have ripped that off now, but I thought that's something really unique about his style of movie. But my favorite fourth wall break in the whole movie is when they, at the end of the movie, when they start chasing the bad guys and they go into the Warner Brothers light. And they go through the musical, the hold out your hands, stick out your tush, all that kind of stuff. That was fun. And when they go to the cafeteria and they get into pie fight, and then they go to the premiere of the movie you're watching, which is the greatest part. And in the very end, they're back in the real movie, and the main character goes off in the sunset. Then he grabs a limo and he just drives off in the limo. Like movie's great. I think it's he puts a nice spin in making you really relate to the characters and care about the characters, even though it's like these hyper real kind of like silly stupid things that are happening. But adding all these little meta elements to it, like when they go out the window, they have the flower thing that you would see like in a home in the 70s and stuff, like just little touches like that make it to where we almost shouldn't care, but for some reason we still do. Like you care about Barf and Lone Star when they're going through and trying to rescue the Princess Vespa and try to make them stop from marrying Prince Valium, like. Saying that out loud sounds so silly, but for some reason Mel Brooks makes us care, and that's what makes his movies great. Well, besides like Men in Tights.
Except for producers. I hate producers.
I love the producers.
Oh.
I mean, what other movie are you going to see them try to make the worst musical of all time, Springtime for Hitler, to try to get money out of it?
You mentioned Men in Tights. Men in Tights is also great.
Yeah, Men in Tights. I like that movie. A lot of people
History
don't
of the
like
World
that movie.
Part 1.
I think it's great.
It's not his best movie, but
It's definitely not his best, but I thought
enjoy it a lot. It's got a little bit too much of some of that stuff.
History of the World Part 1.
A History of the World?
Yeah, I love that one.
I don't know. High Anxiety is another favorite of mine too, but Blazing Saddles is probably my favorite Mel Brooks. Yeah. But guys, thank you so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. If you have anything to say to us, leave a comment at facebook.com/Studio67NCC. We would love to hear what you guys have to say. We really do appreciate you guys watching. Next week, we are going to be watching Solo, a Star Wars story, as Tyler turns off his phone next episode.
All right.
But either way, guys, we really do appreciate it. Hunter, Chris, thank you so much for being here. My name's Isaac Anderson.
I'm Tyler, and I'm about to go to bed.
Stay lovely.